Great morning, or I guess it's noon, so good afternoon, champions, Experience Connections champions. My name is Tracee Randall, for those of you who've not met me yet or don't know me, and I am the Chief Motivational Officer of Experience Connections. What that means is that I get to motivate, I get to be the cheerleader, the biggest fan of the Experience Connections leaders and the people and the women who attend our meetings. Had an incredible meeting yesterday. It was so powerful, and it just reminded me of the power that we have here in this Experience Connections community. I'm going to be hopefully being able to come on here live occasionally to share what I am going to call a motivational moment. I think it's just so important that we hear motivation from other people, other women who have experienced success in their business and their lives. And I meet so many incredible women here in Experience Connections. If you're watching this and you maybe don't live in the Atlanta area, I want to let you know that Experience Connections, we are so excited about the opportunity to expand into other cities, into other states across the country. And if you know someone who might be open to becoming an Experience Connections leader, please comment here, reach out to us, and let us know. But today's motivational moment, as leaders, and if you're listening to this live broadcast, or live or by recording, if you're listening to it, you are a leader. You're part of the Experience Connections open group, so that means that you're a woman in business. Maybe you have a nonprofit, maybe you, whatever it is, you're a woman in business, and you are a leader because you're building a business, and it takes a leader to even think about becoming an entrepreneur. So congratulations to you for being that leader. But as leaders, we always strive to be the very best that we can be. And I've noticed really over the past year that we have a tendency to be so much harder on ourselves than anyone else. We can give grace to other people, other women who, stumble along the way, but it's sometimes difficult to give grace to ourselves, and we expect so much of ourselves. And I believe that most women in business are A+++ personalities, which means that you do put that extra weight on your own shoulders to perform and to be an entrepreneur. And recently, it really hit me hard how tough I've been being on myself recently. Some things aren't working exactly the way I want them to work in a couple of the areas of my life. And for those of you who don't know me personally, I'll tell you that I've just become the caregiver for my mom, who has Alzheimer's, and it has rocked our world. It's not for the light at heart. And so here I am beating myself up because I'm not the perfect caregiver. I'm not, the perfect friend. I'm having to let emails go. I'm having to let inbox messages go. And I don't like that. And I'm really being hard on myself. And, another thing that is always so prominent, and I think especially with women, is that it's so easy to get discouraged when we see others doing what we do and achieving greater success. Whether you're, in the coaching field, or the direct sales industry, or selling real estate or insurance, it's so easy to look at other people that are in our industry and go, wow, why is she doing so much better than me? And part of it is that we don't really know how successful someone is. Many times, Facebook allows us to look more successful than we really are. That's part of it. And people don't often like to share their failures, but they'll share their successes. I believe in total transparency and really, sharing those things about me that aren't perfect, because I think when we do that, we really encourage other people. But in the meantime, we're looking at other people going, I want what she has. Why don't I have it? And as I was doing that recently, the words of a mentor, a friend of mine, rang in my ears. And you've probably heard it before, but when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So I just want to remind you, don't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 10. that I realized that's what I've been doing. I have so many incredible dreams and visions and desires for what I want to do. And I honestly am in chapter 1 because I did not truly start, well, kind of, because I didn't really start my entrepreneurship truly until 3 years ago. But but at the same time, I'm a work in progress, just like everyone. But to truly be in business and create this new business that I'm working in, the arena of coaching and being a business coach, which is what I love to do, teaching women how to build teams, how to communicate better. That's really what I would, not necessarily a wellness coach, but a wellness motivator, creating events. But at the end of the day, my success is not where I want it to be. And I'm comparing myself to other women who are 7-figure income earners in the same industry, but they've been doing this for 15 years and they've paid their dues. And I've just got to give myself some grace. And I want you to give yourself some grace too. And you never know what's going on in someone else's lives that's supporting them and helping them to be successful. And we all face our challenges and our obstacles. And what I know is that every obstacle that's put there is put there to make you stronger. You see, I couldn't be doing 3 years ago what I do today because I wasn't prepared and ready, and I hadn't fought that battle that I needed to fight, that obstacle, in order to really grow and become the leader that attracts other leaders. And even this new season of my life where I'm a caregiver for my mom, I'm taking that obstacle because it is absolutely an obstacle. It takes up time, emotional time, physical time, mental time. And that is a huge obstacle because I already felt like my plate was full. So how am I going to utilize this new obstacle to my benefit? Because at the end of the day, I was not created just to be a caregiver for my mom. That's not what I'm called to do. Is it part of my season right now? Absolutely. And I accept it with as much grace as I can accept something. But I know that I was put here to educate. And it looks like, to educate women to overcome the obstacles that I've overcome. And by sharing my testimony and story, I'm able to do that. So how can I use the season that I'm in as caregiver for my mom to grow as a person? And it has taught me so much about myself. And it has forced me to be alone more. It has forced me to get off of Facebook a little bit. It's forced me to be not as, I hate to say it, but not as selfish with my time. And at the same time, to be more selfish with my time. So I'm learning and growing as a leader even in this season, and I'm embracing this season. So whatever the obstacle is that you're going through, just know that it's going to grow you into that person you need to be to fulfill the destiny that God has for you in business and in your relationships. So don't compare yourself to the other women in this group or out there on social media. Don't look at your, Facebook posts and go, why isn't anybody liking this? Why isn't anyone commenting? Why is everyone commenting on hers and not mine? Why is she more successful? Don't focus on that. Focus on how you can grow. What can you do to be better and bigger than you were yesterday? Not better and bigger than her, but better and bigger than you were yesterday. What can you do? And, so that's my little motivational moment for today. I want you to be encouraged. I want you to know that you are a champion. And you are connected with a family of women who will support you and help you go to the next level. That's what Xperience Connections is all about. Whether you're able to go to live meetings, which are amazing, by the way, or you have to, if your networking with us is done here online, It doesn't matter. Dig into this group. Find those women who will support you, who will encourage you. Reach out privately to women here on social media in the Xperience Connections Open group and find your posse, find your tribe, and give some women some grace. I'm asking you to give me some grace in this season that I'm in. I'm not on social media near as much as I have been in the past, which means that I can't respond to every comment or post, but I'm so greatly appreciative of it. And, give each other grace. If someone is going through something, or maybe they haven't responded to your comment or your post, go to their timeline. Maybe they're sharing there what's going on with them. But don't think that they're ignoring you or think they're better than you. I think it's really easy for us to get our feelings hurt as women and, not give other women grace. And, reach out privately. Whatever you do, don't be offended, because there's no one in this group that would consciously offend anyone. And I'm certainly not going to do that either. I wish I could be in 1,000 places every single day. Right now, my number one priority is my mom, who needs me. I'm working that out and trying to, create a new normal in this process. So if I haven't been to an Xperience Connections meeting or your Xperience Connections meeting in a while, that's why. And, I know that this is just a season, because we'll work out the new normal. And God's going to provide a way, and I'm going to find a way to do what it is I'm supposed to do and to really be that leader I'm called to be. So I just want you to be encouraged today. This has been Tracee Randall, the CMO of Xperience Connections, with today's motivational moment. Be sure and share, comment. Love to see and hear your comments on this post. Tag a lady that needs some encouragement today. It'll make her day. Bye. Love you guys.